Yeah.
Say something.
Hello.
Try to be serious, but yeah.
Yeah, we are back and we are so alive.
Let me check.
Yeah. Are you alive, Fede?
Um, yeah, yeah. I'm live.
Good. I'm
Stupid
so
joke.
alive because we are here with our good friends from
Yeah.
That Venus, SERAINA and Mike.
Right. And Mike. Hi guys.
Hi
Hi.
there. Hello.
How are you?
How are you doing? How are you guys?
We're great, thanks.
Good. Thank you. Crazy weather,
Great.
but good.
Sorry?
The weather is crazy, or was crazy here.
Yeah.
Well, in Switzerland, close to Lucerne, we had hailstorm, a lot of
Oh,
water.
so
No.
very epic moment.
Yeah, but we are good, and also our equipment, it's all safe, and the cars are still running. So when I exited the music school I taught today, the parking lot was like this underwater, and I saw
Wow.
my and it looked like snow because of all the hail, and I was like, if it would be gone or going higher, then my car would be underwater. That wouldn't have been nice.
Oh,
But it's all good.
okay.
Here it was
Okay.
even more. I was like that in the water, and
She had
Okay.
to save. She had to save the minivan with all our equipment.
it was also
Wow.
water. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fede, how are you doing? Fede just froze.
I'm
Okay. And he's back. Okay. Say something.
I'm freezing. Really?
Freezing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe-
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Okay.
I'm frozen. I'm freezing.
No, it's
Can you
good.
hear me?
No, you're back. We can
I'm
hear
back.
you. We can see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Right now I'm
Not that
fine.
much.
Where are
No.
you actually at in Italy?
Where we are?
Yeah, close to Milan.
Yeah, we are in the
Close to
north.
Milan.
In the
Yes,
north.
yes, in the north of Italy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. What's the name of the airport close to me? Malpensa? No.
Malpensa.
Malpensa.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
So
there is also Orio,
yep.
Or you
No,
said
another great one.
Yeah, I think the I visited colleague of ours or of mine doing recordings. You might know him, Alessandro Del Vecchio.
Alessandro Del Vecchio. Yeah.
Yep. He's doing a lot of things for what's his label?
Frontier.
Frontier Records.
Yes. Yeah.
Online. Yep. I was there because a friend of mine, she recorded there, and I went to visit. That's why I know it.
Great,
Okay. Cool.
great.
So we are ready in the mood, but before starting with the actual interview, first of all, I want to thank you guys for accepting our invitation. As you may know, we started these live chats during the lockdown to keep company to our friends. But right now we're still going on with this thing because a lot of people is appreciating this thing. I hope everybody is still going to appreciate our live chat because we are discovering so many new friends, so many bands, so many music that deserves to be shared. And so thank you so much for being part of this cause. And
Thank you.
as you know, we will talk a little bit about your music career and about your band. And we will start actually from your career in music. But first of all, let's say hello to some of our dear friends. Who we have
Yeah.
here? Who do we have here to greet?
We have Ron S. Bro says, Serania Mike, did you leave Andre in the Autobahn? Poor Andre.
That's because of,
No.
that's because of a joke I posted lately. that
Okay.
multiple musicians left
Oh,
their
you're right.
bassist in the whole band. So I think he remembers.
Yeah.
Hi, Ron. Nice you're here.
And Ron says also, "Hope you are doing great." We are. Thank you, Ron. Thank you to join our live chat tonight. And also we have Mark Olcom says, "Hello, Mauro." Hi, Mark. Mauro, there isn't.
There is no Mauro, but there is Fede
But
and me. But I see that Mark is also greeting me and you, Fede, and also Mike. So
let me.
he
Hi, Mark.
corrected himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mark.
How are you, man? How are you? Hope you're
Yes,
fine.
Yeah.
And also to Michael Muller.
Yeah. Hey, Michael. Good
Hey,
evening
man.
for Germany. Hi,
Michael
Michael.
Müller in Schweizerdeutsch.
Michael Müller.
Oh, it's just okay. Do we know? You know him?
Ah, okay. No, it's from Germany. I'm sorry.
Oh, from Germany. Okay. So
Michael Müller.
Michael Müller.
Hi.
Hello.
Let's say hello also to Ibrahim.
Hey, Abraham. Hey, my friend. Welcome, SERAINA and Mike.
Oh.
Earth. Hey, Abraham. How are you? And also, let me check. Michael Müller said, here in Germany, we have desert weather, very hot and no rain.
Okay.
The same here in Italy.
Right now you can.
It's fucking hot right there, by the way.
Okay, we have too much water.
But
You
actually,
have much
before
cold.
it was
You know-
like the same in Switzerland here, about 30 degrees and very hot.
Yeah.
And,
Humid,
Wow.
right?
yeah.
Humid. Yeah.
How is the
Here too
weather
in Italy?
Is it okay or is it really hot, like where you are right now? The temperatures.
Let me
It's
check.
just
30 degrees right now in the evening, but it's very, very humid.
Oh,
I have
Very wet.
32
Very
degrees
wet.
in my bedroom right now.
okay.
It's quite hot.
That's hot. That's really hot. Okay.
Yeah. But it's fine, you know. I have water.
Yeah, as long as and shower.
Well, it's better when you drink it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when it like floods everything.
We have other comments. One from Matthew from the Ravenscry official
Hey, man.
fan that says, "Hi everyone." Hi Matthew.
Hello.
Hello. I was.
And also a funny comment from Abraham says, "Hey, lol Fede, I thought you were daydreaming when the screen freezed."
Oh yeah, it looks like you.
Like,
Man, he's always daydreaming. He's a dreamer, Freddy the dreamer.
You know.
Always amazed.
And Mark says, "I'm doing okay, Fede, at times." Okay.
Good for you.
Good, Mark. And also, I have a comment from God Venus.
oh my
Oh
god,
yeah.
Oh, what's happening?
magical.
Okay, we are good with the comments. So, Simon, I think we can start with our questions.
Yeah. So we usually start from the very beginning of your career and your very beginning, actually, in music in general. So it's about how you started with your instrument. And I see here and now that our title man wrote, "When did you start singing for SERAINA?" But when did you start singing and also playing guitar and also playing keyboards? That's the real question. Now I see that.
What I have to do? I have to edit this one?
Whatever.
You have to edit this.
Yes,
Let me edit.
you should do it. Edit it because
in general, most of the time, I am announced as singer, and this is like my
Worst nightmare.
no, it's my main instrument, so I can
Okay.
understand that totally. I started with singing when I was a child. I was always that was my dream to be a singer, And later I wanted to play piano. I started when I was like 10, around that.
Okay.
But I had to read notes, and then I stopped playing because I didn't want to read. I just to play what I hear, and so I played the songs, and then the teacher always said, "What's there?" And I couldn't read it. So then I stopped playing piano for some years and started again, like with 20 or something like
Okay.
that. And also guitar, I started playing with around 20 with acoustic guitar, and like 2 years ago with electric guitar.
Okay. And did you take lessons while learning singing?
Yeah, I took some classical lessons, and
Okay.
yeah, I was also at the jazz and rock school in
Mhm.
Germany. And yeah, of course, we had some vocal coaching there too.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. What about you, Mike? You are the drummer, and how did you how did you start to play drums? And also, did you play some? Do you play also some other instruments besides drum?
I used to. I started with the trumpet when I was
Hmm.
8 or 9 years old to take lessons. Before that, I played drums on everything I got my hands on. Like I built my own drum set with like all pans and like cases, whatever. But then for some reason, I didn't start out with the drum set. I played the trumpet, and then later on, when I took trumpet lessons for a couple of years, I started to take drum lessons as well. And I can remember I got my first drum set on Christmas 1990, so which is now 31 years ago. That's
Yeah.
a little bit frightening. I think I should be playing way better because I've been playing drums for 30 years. Not just kidding. And I thought it was a really fascinating instrument, and I also liked it because it was that loud. And I kind of had to fight a little to get started because it's that loud. And my parents wanted me to continue with the trumpet, which I did,
Which is loud too, by the way.
which is loud too, but it doesn't take
Yeah.
that much space, and it's not that
Oh.
expensive. Drum set, yeah.
I know
So
the feeling.
yeah, you can understand that well, right?
Drums is a problem.
It is. It's nowadays it's probably a little bit better because you got electronic drums that are pretty good. Back in the
Yeah.
90s, they weren't. Maybe there were, but not really like affordable or usable.
Mhm.
And then I just went on with I looked for bands, and I can remember that the first band I had, and I couldn't drive my car yet, and it was kind of a death metal band. I also had to start with the double pedal and
That's
started like
very loud.
yes, it was loud. It was a funny time, and also like my mother had to take me to the rehearsals, or a bandmate had to pick me up. Classic rock orchestra, whatever. Like I played a lot of different styles, and then once in a while she came and or we met online, kind of on a music platform in Switzerland. She was
Mhm.
looking for a drummer, and yep. So that's maybe that's
actually the
already
next
the
question.
next question. I didn't I. She sent the questions to me, but I didn't go through them carefully. So whatever. I'm done. Yeah. Ciso.
Okay. Um,
Say something, Fede. What do you want to say? I see that you have something to
I'm
say.
still alive. I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. You know,
Oh,
every 5 minutes I can do like this, so I'm good.
so we know
I'm not
that.
freezing at all.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
And
I'm good.
did you take lessons with drums, Mike?
Yes,
During
I
your
did. I actually started with having like all the time basically. After high school, I even went to the US for 1 year. to study music, and then I came back to Switzerland, and I even studied music for some more, and I did my degree in music College of Music Lucerne
Okay.
with pedagogic pedag. I can't pronounce it. That's not funny. You know when you do a teacher's degree.
Okay.
PhD?
Pedagogic. No.
Oh.
PhD.
It's just like, I'm sorry, I have to look it up later on. But when teaching degree, so
Or maybe someone knows it. How to pronounce it? Please write it down.
pedagogy.
Ah. Pedagogy?
Yeah, thank you.
Pedagogy.
I knew it. I'm always like, it's not Tamagotchi, that's something else.
I know it is.
Okay.
By the way.
Oh.
So yes,
Okay.
Good.
Some questions here for them?
Yeah, let me check. We have some comments from Mikel. The first one is for SERAINA, and
Yeah.
he's asking, when did you leave Burning Witches?
yesterday.
Yeah,
If you
yes.
want to reply.
I don't know. I just saw
Yes.
a picture from they're announcing a new concert, and I was still on it. So maybe I'm still in the band. I don't know. No, seriously, I left it in 2019. So it's actually 2 years ago.
Yeah. And okay, there is a question for Mike from Ron.
Yeah.
Who says, Mike, I have noticed your symbols have symbols, I think. Symbols
Symbols.
have lots of holes in them. What type of symbols are they? I'm not a drummer. I haven't seen them before.
Excitement.
Oh, okay.
It's time. Yeah.
He meant the symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Ron, you're not talking about the broken symbols, right? Because I also got broken, like cracks and like whole parts of the symbol missing. But the others, I think I got 2 of them. It's just they sound different. There's like a special effect.
Doesn't he not? Sorry to disturb. Doesn't he not mean maybe the symbols from the video clip?
For the video clip,
Oh.
yes.
Oh.
I think he meant.
Okay, yeah, I think these are silent symbols. When you're shooting a video and you don't prepare your drum set, it's like bashing loud, and you have to have a big PA carry with you, and you have to wear
And
earbuds.
everyone hates you after.
Exactly, and everyone wants to kill you after the video shoot because you're not going through the song just once. You go through it, I don't know, 10 times. So to make it a little bit more comfortable and agreeable for the others, and also for yourself, and so you don't have to crank up the music to like really loud. That's why. So they're called silent symbols. And actually, hold on.
It's not really rock and roll.
Yeah, that's right.
But we also had to
It's
do it
crucial.
because of the location. We couldn't get loud, so it's still a problem.
So by the way, it's
And I think it looks pretty cool. So, but you can't hear anything. Yeah. He's
Okay,
getting.
so to give a proper answer, I think he's talking
oh
about
wow,
Yes.
wow.
if you only with your hands, it's like, whoosh, and if you hit the real symbol, then it's like, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's loud.
And you also
I
can
like it.
use them for cooking pasta. Like,
Yeah.
the pasta is done, you want to get rid of the water.
And
it's just,
I never thought about that.
That's
That's
genius.
Something.
it's good. They're not that expensive. It's really worth going for them.
Now I want them. Absolutely.
you just made my day, Mike, with this.
Okay, your dream come true. So you know what to do when you got the
I
video
never
shoot.
thought about that.
But
Great.
actually, it's kind of I don't know. I would prefer the real ones because it's as she said. would look like more authentic and more rock and roll, but
live,
you can't
he
have it
doesn't
all
play it
sometimes.
live. So
Yeah, no,
but I'm always or often he's on my left, and then my left ear is like death after the concert because
Okay.
yeah.
I know the feeling.
You know, my drum teacher taught me a cool trick to have a good midway between these solutions, which is to play with two cymbals, one over the other.
Oh, yeah.
So
also
I know that is a cool way to do that without losing the feel of a real cymbal, both while playing and also watching them. But you know, it's expensive. You have to actually have two
exactly.
cymbals.
Yeah, and they have to be the same
Same,
size.
Yeah,
What you also could do is like from the bottom you could put duct tape,
yeah,
Mhm.
but then you always have to like put it on, take it off again. So yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't really. Like,
if you put enough duct tape, it helps.
Okay.
But then you have to put a lot, like really, so
How
they go-
much?
like all around the drum set, like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And probably you will have to buy another cymbal.
Maybe you do you have to put it in acid to get clean. So yeah, a little bit too complicated. So
Yeah.
By
It's a
the way,
nice solution.
in the band rehearsal room right now. That's why he got the cymbals that fast. So
yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
just for information.
We are actually surrounded by drums.
Yeah.
Can you show us?
Yeah, sure. What's that's the lamp. Okay. So
Wow.
there is one. That's actually
Oi.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
and that's the back where the rehearsing drum we use when we have band rehearsals.
Yeah. Great.
Awesome.
Okay, it was about here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's good.
Ron, you had your answer. Say hello also to Naomi Stephanie. Hello,
Naomi,
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Hello, Naomi.
Hello.
Hi. She's the singer for Bright Storm.
Ah,
Hi, Naomi.
cool.
And
Perfect.
also, there is a comment from Ron about your silent symbols. Oh wow, I have never seen them before. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually kind of a new thing since
Mhm.
don't know. At the first time I heard of them like 2 3 years ago or something.
Me too. Me too.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
it's what?
Yeah.
Great. And
Okay.
I will buy them. Why I have to cooking pasta? I will follow
Yeah.
your advice. Yeah.
You just take them with you whenever you play with the drummer, and when he's too loud, you just exchange the cymbals. You just swap them. Maybe you will get hurt afterwards, but it will be solved.
Yeah.
By the way,
Probably.
they are great. They're great. Aesthetically, are great. Okay, I'm good with the comments, so we can go on with our questions.
Let's go. Let's go. We have a
Yeah.
question about professionalism in music. It's about the decision to become a professional with whatever you mean with the word professional. So, is the question: when did you decide to become a professional singer for Raina and professional drummer for Mike? Which was the spark that brought you to this decision?
I don't know. I think
It's actually a good question.
yeah, it's a very good question. Thanks. I don't think it's like a spark. So it's I just realized one day that I don't want to be just a singer, so that I have my microphone and be on stage. I wanted to know everything about music. possible. But I wanted to know all of it. So I wanted to know what's going on with the microphone, how to use it, the techniques. And one day I decided to go to the music school, and then one thing after other came, and so today I'm a professional musician.
Nice answer. It's about going further. It's about research. It's about get into the things more and more and get passionate. It's like a process for you.
Right.
And I think that's the thing when you call like someone a professional musician. Some people say, if you earn money from it, but we all know, especially when you do like original songs, it's not that.
Yeah.
But for me, a professional is someone who knows his own instrument and can use it in different ways. So,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Also, in like, are you done?
Yeah.
No, it's just because I have the tendency to talk too much.
No,
I don't want to the singer.
it's all fine. I'm still louder than you.
But it gave me time to think about my answer when she answered. And also in my case, it was like a series of different ideas or decisions, or maybe not one single moment, but I can remember one moment when I left Switzerland to study music in the US for 1 year. I actually that was it. I wanted to find out if I get bored only being around musicians, playing music, practicing, having classes, having lessons, and so on. And quite the opposite happened. And I got more into it. I got even more interested, and then I was kind of worried that my parents wanted me to go for a normal profession. But I was quite surprised that they would support studies for me to like study, as I said, study music. And then also here in Switzerland, you got a, let's call it an advantage that you can earn good money with teaching, because here we got community schools and they also offer music lessons. So it's not on a private basis only, but it's supported by the government, like by public money, which is quite great. And then I was like, okay, I can do that, and besides, I can play as many gigs as I want till I'm out of money. No, I'm just kidding. But that's not that easy, because I can remember some guys in America that did the same school and they stayed there, and they had to deliver pizza, or they had to clean for $5 an hour or even less. And I think that's the luxurious situation here.
Yeah, I always knew that Switzerland is an awesome place. That's very cool. We've been there many times playing, and we always found a very good situation, and we always thought that it's one of the best places to live. To live. What do you think?
Yeah.
You go.
Talking about.
That dass der Cheater eins von den schönsten Ländern ist, eben zum Musik machen und spielen, und sie sind schon da gewesen und haben irgendwie super Clubs gehabt und so, und sie haben es gut.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't get your question.
It was just a statement that, in my opinion, Switzerland is very cool for this kind of situation. All that the country
with
offers.
Music.
Yeah, but there is a but, because I think a lot of guys going for musical studies, or they want to become musicians, they got a really a goal to play a lot of concerts, to a successful band, and then they start they got bands, they got projects, and then they find out it's not that easy, like in any other country, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
you have to find the right people, then the right music, and everything has to come along. And then they teach at the same time. And probably in their 30s, they meet the girl, they get married, they get kids. And then you have to earn money, right? You have to make a living. And then it's actually, in a way, it's the easier way to go in teaching. You have a lot of students to earn good money, but then you kind of miss the goal of being a musician playing a lot.
Yeah.
So when you are in a country like, I don't know, Cuba, I've never been there, but I heard it's like the only chance to go for travels, exit the country, get around, is if you are successful with playing, because then you can go to Europe or to the US, and then the motivation to go for it, like to practice, I don't know, 8 hours a day and have rehearsal and don't sleep, don't eat, just go for it. And sometimes I think the situation we have here could make you lazy, because then you think, why am I being stressed out and practicing? What for? Because I'm not earning some good money yet when I can go and teach and then I earn money. But for me, that's out of the question. I like teaching, of course, but I can imagine just like playing a lot of shows and earn my money with just playing. I couldn't imagine stop playing gigs or just stop having a band and only teaching, because then not what I wanted to do originally, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Tsuyoshi.
Tsuyoshi here. Hello.
Did you have
Hey.
Hi Tsuyoshi?
We met in Germany past Saturday.
Yes.
We have, by the way, about comments. We have a comment, a question, sorry, for SERAINA from Ron. He says, SERAINA, how do songs idea typically come to you? Lyrics, piano, or guitar?
Thanks for the question, Ron. It's like always different, but many times it's about things they're concerning me or some experience I made with and sometimes it's also about the environment or the society, a little bit hippie stuff, but I think we human, we don't sometimes we're not that nice with our environment and with the nature we got around us. So these are things and some experiences. So for me, music is also I can process some feelings and stuff, and it's healing for me too to get out, and maybe some people can relate to it, and because they felt like the same or similar, and it can help them, like music helped me when I felt bad when I was younger.
Great. And good answer.
Lyrics or guitar, so it's always different. Sometimes the lyrics are first, but the new album is often, I had some ideas, like melodic ideas before, or chords I was just trying, and it's most of the time I decide like right to start if I want to play guitar or piano. So I can't really tell how. It's just so.
Great. Let me show. We have other comments. For example, we have a greetings from our good friend Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
Hi, Carlos.
Hi, Carlos.
Oh, Carlos. Wrong hand.
Always watching here in Santa Ana, California.
Santa Ana.
He's asking, and he's asking, how are all you doing today? You're great.
You're doing great. And you, man?
Quite hot here,
Well,
but
let us
great.
know.
Let us know. Did you mean? Do you what?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's know. Let us know.
Let us know.
You know, I'm kidding you.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
So,
Okay. Yeah.
oh, forget about it. Not that important.
No, 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 please.
whatever.
I liked Carlos' profile picture. It looked kind of funny because I think he's wearing this graduation hat with the cap and
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
thing on top. Okay, so good.
By the way, say
Glad we
I'm doing
talked.
great. I ate lunch. Oh,
For you.
good.
Great.
Yeah, it's he had this hat and
It's a
it's good.
graduation.
Is it
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
old picture or is it like I think it's an old picture.
Oh, maybe it's an old picture. I don't know.
I don't know. It's good.
He had lunch. Okay.
We had lunch.
Good.
Good. Okay. Yeah, we can go on.
So, next question is about your influences, and specifically about the bands and the albums that have influenced you the most during your musical growth. Which are them?
Ah. Many different.
Okay, let's wait for the question. We have a lot of time here to.
What?
No, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to tell because for the songwriting, they're mostly or the biggest influence is maybe Opeth or also Pain of Salvation
Yeah.
Wow.
and some other stuff. And for the singing style, I have many influences and also the guys. So they do a lot for the sound with their own ideas, and they have like very different influences, and so I think that's why the sound is like very
Versatile.
versatile. Yeah.
Mhm. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, it changes.
That-
Mhm.
There are some albums. Let's say I only could take 10 albums to the island.
Mhm.
It would be really hard, and it's also right now I'm into Brian Culbertson again. He's a funk guy, funk piano player, funk soul. But apart from that, also like when I discovered Opeth, definitely a big influence. It was actually funny. I was given an album by them, like I don't know, 15 years ago or something. It was Damnation. I don't know if you know that album.
Damnation.
Yeah, it's kind of
Jazzy.
singing songwriter kind of thing. And
Yes,
I was like,
I watched them on a tour on the tour with Damnation. I watched them live. The
oh,
Damnation.
really? Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. And I was like, that's kind of lame. And then, I don't know, 5, 6 years later, I was riding in the car in Hungary. We were on tour there. And then there was like metal stuff going on with. And I was like, this is really interesting, like the odd meters and cool rhythm stuff. And I asked the driver, what's that? And he was like, that's Opeth. And I was like, no, that's not possible.
It's impossible.
Opeth, the album is called Deliverance. I
Yeah.
was like, no way. Okay, and then I went home, and the first thing I did, I ordered this album, and then I was pretty impressed by how different a band could sound because I never expected that, and I think that's one thing that still impresses me because I can't be. What I love about our music is that it's so different. Sometimes it can be really loud. Sometimes it rolls. Sometimes it sounds a little bit like a jazz influence, and I think it's also cool if you got like a AC/DC cover band. That's cool.
Yeah.
love. I also got a rock cover band. We play some AC/DC songs, which is cool to play as well. But I think me as a musician or a drummer, I call myself a musician. Maybe that was a mistake. No, me as a drummer, I would get bored only like you're not allowed to do that because it's not part of a death metal style. You're not allowed to do that because it's not jazzy enough or whatever. So to me, music is like much more than just a style. It's for some guys, it's not. I also respect that. It's like really cool. Sometimes you read comments about new music, and just today I read a comment on we were on Blubbermouth a couple of weeks
Mhm.
ago, and there was a guy like bitching about her having the guitar too high up, and I was like, okay, yeah, well, if that's important to you,
It's
then
maybe
you
because
don't
it
listen.
covered because it covered the boobs.
No, no, no.
For
It was
normal
no.
people.
That's actually what he said. It's not a problem. It was like
No.
just he didn't like it, and I was like,
Could be,
okay,
it could be.
Yeah, yeah.
why do you watch our video? Just go and watch. I don't know, Monster Magnet. I think they're having the guitars like on their down on their knees. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
great band, great band.
What did you?
I lost the thought. Great.
I don't know if you know that or if I'm even right. But
Oh,
I
the
think,
influences, right?
I
Okay.
think
but-
Opeth
Yeah.
actually wanted to release these two albums together, Deliverance and
Deliverance and
but
Damnation, yeah.
they had some problems with the label or stuff like that. And later, so now you can get it in a package. And I think
Oh, really?
it's so crazy. Yeah, when I was reading that information, I was even more fan of the band. Because
yeah.
it's,
I actually discovered them through Damnation, and back in those times, it was 2003. I was, let's say, young. I was 15, young, and
My
I
age,
wasn't
man.
so passionate with death metal music, and Damnation was a way for me to approach that metal music because I discovered Opeth through Damnation, which was a very soft album, but with many progressive influences because I was fond of progressive music. And then I discovered that they also released Damnation, but also many very cool albums with those two influences, two different styles, well mixed together, and that was fascinating to me and really interesting. And I think this is a good lesson about getting information, inputs, and influences from many different styles, actually.
yeah.
Actually, bottom line, I like music that surprises me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter too much if it's I don't know. I listened to a lot of fusion, jazz, instrumental stuff, also R&B, hip hop, straight ahead rock, metal stuff like a lot of Metallica, a lot of Iron Maiden.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's actually I'm pretty much open minded, I would say.
Okay. Okay. But can we say that we develop our mind through the time, through the years, and anyway, we had a very strict period of time, moment where we listened always to the same bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me it was like that. Because when I was a kid, I started with Metallica for a year just Metallica. Then for another year, only Dream Theater, and then from another year, only Pain of Salvation. Then I started actually to listen to Opeth, and then Dark Tranquility, and then so much more music, jazz music, fusion, but also pop music, rock
Okay.
music, and that was a kind of maturity that I developed during the years. What about you?
I'm kind of the same. So mostly listen to music when I'm driving with the car.
Hmm.
With Opeth, it was like I discovered it with the album Heritage, the 2015 album.
Okay.
I was about like 2 years. I just listened to Opeth and nothing else. So that was just crazy, yeah, a little bit. But I also like it, especially when it's music like that, to listen to it like so much that I can sing like every little piece of it.
Yeah.
I can sing with the song, so I really know every single piece of the songs. I'm like a little bit nerdy about that.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, that's a cool thing. And
yeah.
I also I would consider myself as, or back in my teens, I was a big Iron Maiden fan.
Okay.
Mhm.
Although I never could go to a concert because I was kind of the only one in my among my colleagues, among my friends. But I liked what I liked about it. That was my mother hated it because of all the like the skulls and Eddie the monster.
At the
Like,
666.
exactly, and that was
Number
so.
of the
That
beast.
was another reason why I really liked it, because I kind of pissed her off. Not like seriously, but I was like, that's she's like she does like what I like, so that's cool.
But I was also listening to shitty music, I don't know how to call it, it's like hardcore trance stuff when I was very
Yeah.
young because nobody was listening to it. So
Oh yeah, just
and it was
because you're
like
the
very
only one.
fast and yeah, I was sleeping with it and
Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, really?
yeah,
That-
that's good. Yeah, I really like that.
Okay.
And everyone said, that's crazy. How can you listen to it? And I think that was the only thing why I was listening to. So
This also changed, and because sooner or later your parents don't care what you are listening to, so
Yeah.
but then you
Yeah.
discover. But I had some as I said before, like I had my R&B hip hop period for 1 or 2 years, then back to rock, then back to whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
like
kind of like this. And now it's like sometimes it's really random. Then maybe a student of mine, he brings in music, and then I'm like, oh, that's really cool, and then I listen to it. Or then I look through my. I still got a lot of CDs. I look through my CDs. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like Europe, Prisoners in Paradise, like a '90s album. The critics hated it.
Mhm.
I still like it. It's a great album and stuff like this. So it's yeah.
Okay. Okay. And about musicians, do you have some particular influence about drummers or singer? Is there anyone that you like particularly?
Yeah, I was asked when we started mixing for our album, the one which is being released next year.
Hmm.
Asked me about my influences or what's my big idol, how I would like to sound that on that album, and that's a really good question, bro. And then I like the first thing that came to my mind, I want to sound like myself. But then also like I had to I can't I can't answer the question because it's an album. Yeah, it looks like it's a difficult question. There are a lot of drummers that I admire, but then you also have to put it in a context. If you play, I don't know, a pop album, then I probably want to sound like, I don't know, Manu Katché, maybe, because I think he's a great pop drummer. But when it's like about rock or this progressive rock we recorded, then I was like, okay, why not Clayton Cameron of Dream? No, hold on. Soundgarden. That's not Clayton Cameron. I'm wrong. Matt Cameron.
Okay.
But you know Soundgarden, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Great, massive drummer with a great timing, great sound. Feel like I really admire him, and also he did the Lost Pearl Jam album.
Pearl
So
Jam, yeah.
yeah, He also played with them, not everything. I would say I go for him. That's my for right now. It's Matt Cameron. If you are listening, Matt, I don't think so. You might be a guy.
Anyway, who knows drummers?
Yeah, they're not important because they're not music.
Yeah, then for me it's like pretty much the same as he just said, that it depends on the part of the song or the song itself. I really like Rob Halford, Judas Priest, for this heavy high note stuff. I did it a lot with my ex-band, and I like it for that, and in some parts also for that Venus when it has to be heavy and high. So I really like his technique. And of course, for like the songwriting, it's Michael Ackerfeld. So we're again with Opeth. And or singing, of course, Daniel Gildenlöw from Pain of Salvation. He's like crazy. Yeah. And but I also have like influences like Muse or Björk.
Great.
To her like when I was younger much, because she's crazy. She's just crazy. And I like that voice, so a little bit. And Marilyn Manson was also like that. He's doing much with that vocal fry stuff and very creepy, and I like that. I really like it to use it in some parts. Yeah. So.
Okay, interesting.
Vocal fried chicken.
Vocal fried chicken. Bring me some chicken.
I know. I know it's about vocal technique, but that always when she's
Vocal fried chicken.
Vocal fries that I think of fried chicken. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Vocal fried chicken.
Great.
Okay. So we just talked about your career as single members, your influences as single members. I think, Fede, this is a good time to show our friends something very important.
Of course.
Let's say that.
Yeah, we can share some social links for SERAINA, so you can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as you can see. There, sorry, Mike. And also, yeah.
You can do it again.
No. Come back, man. Please, come back. And also, there is a Patreon page for SERAINA. So, you can follow her and support her on her Patreon page. And last but not least, all the links for Mike. You can follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and he has also a SoundCloud page with a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, there is still some interesting stuff. That's right. Yeah, some non-released stuff. Actually.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of a few let's say audio clips. They're great. So no excuse, guys. You have to check them.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah,
I just watched the comment from Rons who said, "Number of the Beast freaked my mom out when I brought it home."
Yeah.
Me too, man.
And that's how you become a
No,
rebel.
it was with Slipknot. Mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
I was never really able to shock my mom.
My mom says, "What the fuck you're listening to, Fede?
Yeah.
You're an antichrist?" No.
But they did. What's the Iowa album? You surely know. That's like one of, to me, it's one of the craziest, hardest albums. I can remember I had a gig to play, not metal related, something completely else. And on the way back to stay awake, I had like a 1 or 2 hour drive home. I listened to the full album. I think I made it through the full album, but that's like really, it's like really brute and like in your face all the time. A lot of accuracy. It's fascinating, but I almost gave up. Like I can't remember if I could get to the very last song. So yeah, but a great band. Sometimes I
Of course.
like also versatile. Also the singer, like or the ex singer, he's what's the name of his band? Like the former singer of Slipknot.
Oh, Stone Sour. Stone
Yeah,
Sour.
exactly.
Yeah,
So also cool when who would expect someone like him to play music like this? Maybe he
Yeah.
pissed off a lot of Slipknot fans, but I think it's great. It's really cool. Why not?
Yeah. And he recently released a couple of songs, I think an album as a solo artist, and it's great.
something
So
with,
Yeah.
with some
yeah,
like big rock musicians, right?
yeah, yeah.
They joined
Yeah.
him for some songs. I think so.
What's his name?
Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor.
Thank you.
Corey Taylor. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
great.
Great guy.
He is great.
Yeah.
You know, I just listened to one of his latest song as a solo artist. I think it's Blue Velvet. I'm not sure because I always a mess with titles of the songs, but it's great. I have to
Yeah.
check it later. By the way.
Yep. Interesting artist, definitely.
Yeah, totally. One of the best voices ever right now. Oh,
Okay.
there is some comments. There are some comments from Carlos
Yes.
about his picture because he says, "Yay! I graduated from Fullerton College years ago. Once
Oh,
a
but-
hornet, always a hornet." Fullerton College quote. Right.
We don't get that.
And-
But
Yeah, but the Hornet is like it's
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
all right. It's good.
and
And he ate beef and nuggets.
He did.
yeah, as
That's-
lunch, and he visited your website, guys. So and he says great music.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thanks.
Carlos. Cool.
Everybody follow Carlos and do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Carlos shows the way.
we have other comments. Oh, we have a comment from Queen Boudica. I don't like Slipknot. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just read that. Yeah, I can understand.
Those monster costumes freak me out. Me too.
With those are
But-
the shows they had in the like, what's that 2005 with the nails and all with the masks and also
Yeah.
like big timpanis and he climbed on the timpanis and they're all like, it's cool. I never saw them live actually. I kind of missed this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can
What else?
Yeah, I totally can understand that. They were scary. It's also like the vibe in their music. It's. I can understand if it's too much for someone. So
You know, another band that I don't like because of the costumes. I don't know why, but because they freak me out too. Is Lordi.
I thought you would say
You know,
that.
they are great musicians, but at the same time,
I saw them once behind the stage after the show, and it was like incredible.
yeah,
And
they
but
are
I,
so real.
but I was just thinking how sweaty it must be,
Yeah,
that whole thing, and I was like, oh, because even in like thin leather pants, you like sweat. Yeah.
yeah.
True,
Anyway,
but
their customs are
even after,
are
like,
so realistic. You know, their
Yeah.
makeups.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have to check. I have to
it's
take
very
a closer look.
impressive when they're like really in front of you. It's like
yeah.
massive, and there's some
Yeah.
tall with shoes like that. And, yeah. So
That's really weird.
who
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it
I don't
doesn't
know.
who's under the costume, so you can like change.
Yeah.
It can also be a concept. I think there is. I don't know how they're called, but there is kind of this band concept, and I think the members they sometimes switch when.
Ghost.
Maybe,
You mean do you mean Ghost? Ghost?
I can't remember.
Ghost
Maybe,
is also,
maybe,
but
okay.
They're from Sweden because they are Ghost.
like,
It's a one-man band, but there are some musicians that are wearing the same costume,
Maybe,
you know,
maybe.
like the gargoyles.
and then it's sweaty, and someone has to wear the costume after that.
Uh, so putting on the mask. Yeah.
But that's also an interesting fact about music. It can scare you. Some music it can make you happy. It can amuse you. You can maybe laugh at bands because you think they're ridiculous, or it can be astonishing because they're so technically great. That's maybe to get back to the question why I chose to be a musician. It's also like it's so interesting, like different what music can create for the listener and also for the player. It's like a whole new dimension.
Yeah.
To me, it's still that, but that's like cool and always like in a new way and surprises, and then that happens and not that funny things happen, of course, but it entertains me pretty well, I have to admit.
It never gets bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me check other comments. Mark says, my favorite album was Doken's Back for the Attack. Very cool songs. I never heard about Dokken. I'm sorry, Mark, but I will do lately.
Yeah.
Maybe it was about Slipknot. I'm sorry, I'm not.
No, Dokken.
No, it's Dokken.
Dokken is the band.
He means
It's
the band.
It's the band.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Doc. Yeah, now I'm getting it. Okay, I have to check that out. I heard
Yeah,
of
me
that.
too.
Yeah. Okay.
Back for the attack. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, I think Gwen Boudica is referring to Corey Taylor. He has a good voice. Yeah. Of course. Well, okay. I think we can go on with our question.
Yeah, let's switch the subject.
Yeah, again.
And let's talk about the band right now, about That Venus. How That Venus project was born, and what are the story and the concept behind it?
So, Mike already said something about it. So, I was actually I started like as a solo artist, or I just started to write some songs, or try to, and for me it was always clear that I wanted to have a band. So I didn't want it to be like singer-songwriter or something like that. I wanted to have a rock band, and it should be in the face and like metal and rock. So I was searching for some people who play my songs with me, and I searched for like a year or more, and then I made an
ad
at the page, and Mike just found it and he contacted me, and then we met for like for a session. We jammed a lot. We laughed. It was very funny, and so it was clear. Okay, that can work very well for to be in a band, and I wanted to have a bassist, not like it doesn't have to be a guitarist. So I wanted to have someone who plays the bass, and maybe a guitarist too. So, but till now we're just three. So, and then he said, "Yeah, do you know Andre Gärtner?" So our bassist, and I knew him because my father's also a bassist, and I saw him once. Was also playing with him, and I thought he probably doesn't want to make music with me. But yeah, Mike knows him too from some other projects, and we just asked him, and till like the end, or no, until beginning 2015, we're together as a duo now, and still, yeah.
Yeah, still no hidden musicians.
No hidden
backstage.
musicians.
Actually, it's just like when you have a look at at the stage before we are playing, everyone would assume like a 5 or 6 piece band entering the stage, because there's like
So many
the
instruments.
bass player has like the regular bass cabinet and a guitar cabinet, like the 2 keyboards, the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar.
2 pedal boards
Exactly.
for the bassist.
Yeah, only 2 exactly. Then a third one from her. I sometimes think I also should play a second or third instrument, because I'm the only one only playing the drums. So, at least I know how to set up, and it's actually good like this.
Okay, cool. And what about the name of the band? How did you find the name Dead Venus, as our friend Michael Mueller asks also?
Ah, okay. Nice question. I had to answer that one a couple of times, of course, because maybe, I don't know. I was like very glad that it was not taken already, the name.
Okay.
And actually a little bit funny story, because I wanted to create like my band, so I was still alone, but I wanted to have like an artist name or a band name, and then I was thinking about again our like society and how they are with women today. So when I was a teenager, I had some troubles with my body, to be honest, because in TV we always saw like very thin girls, and I was just like always thinking something's wrong with me. And then I discovered, like in the hundreds of years ago, that when you see like pictures they draw of women, they look like very different. So like normal, they had curves and muscles and good work, so they can bury their own stuff, and not like and this was the thing I was thinking, that we killed the Venus. So I'm talking a little bit about the Venus of Botticelli. You know that drawing? Well, she stands in a shell, and that woman looks like really like a mother.
Yeah.
Like that, and confident, and so I discovered that I somehow want to bring back that idea of a woman. So, and it's something like that. It must have been there because I was writing about like dark things and death and stuff like that. So I just thought that Venus, and she comes back and kicks everyone in the ass. So
And it sounds
awesome.
live Venus.
a live Venus would be
Venus Alive. That's gonna be our side project. Just kidding.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a very cool concept. It's really interesting. Also, I found that very related to what you said before about nature, because nature in the culture is often imagined as a female creature that we have to respect like something that you know, teach you something, that someone that teaches you how to be very, how can you say that, in acceptance.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I think
Be receptive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like the thing we sometimes forget, that women is like not every woman has to be a mother or has
Yeah.
children, but um, like the thing the woman is that she's a mother, and that's also what we call mother nature. So she keeps things safe, and for that you have to be strong.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of
So,
course.
and if you look at some women like top models or stuff like that, they don't seem to be very strong for me. But maybe I'm wrong with some. But yeah. And anyway, every woman is different, so every man is different, and that should be good.
Great. Great message.
Boring. If
Would
it
be
would be like this.
yeah, if everyone would look like, and we always talk about perfect, what is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still it's hard sometimes as a woman. I don't know if how it is with you guys, but also in metal music, you you often see like that top model girls in front, and yeah, you like complain yourself to it, but why? So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
compare. Sorry, I did a mistake.
Okay, I see a nice question here, a nice comment here from Queen Boudica Radian, who says, "I heard that Venus live concert from a couple of months ago, and I really enjoyed it. All kinds of different interesting sounds and influences. I like that it doesn't fit into one specific genre.
Yeah.
She has a really good voice,
Thanks.
and also I have a feeling she likes Kate Bush. Is it true?"
I know Kate Bush, and I was compared um, to her. Um, yeah, sometimes, but I don't know it so well.
Mhm.
But I think when I listen to it, I agree. So it's funny sometimes you get compared with artists you don't know, and then you listen, and then you have to say, okay, it really sounds a little bit. So that's pretty funny sometimes. Thank you for the comment.
And
Rons agrees with Queen.
yeah, Queen Boudica Radiant, you are correct. That Venus concert on YouTube was great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's
Good.
get a little
Yeah.
bit into the songwriting of
Yeah.
process of the band. How do you usually come up with your ideas? We already talked a little bit about it. Maybe we could talk about how you develop the ideas together in the band.
Mhm.
How do you do that?
Normally it's like that I write the song, and then I just record it like very uh, uh,
Basic.
basic, yeah. So
Easy.
Mhm.
and then I just send it to the guys and they can listen to it. And in actually we rehearse much, like
Mhm.
every week, and then we somehow jam the song. So it's not like so the song is like written, but we just check out what would fit best to it, like which
Mhm.
sound of the bass is, what should he play. Yeah, the drums the same.
Yeah,
The
right.
arrangements.
He kind of produces it there. We know a guy. He does that. He really got an idea. He composes it like
Writes down.
for the bass, for the drums. He even writes it like really good notes, and then he also wants the bands to play it pretty much like he wrote it down. That's not the case when we work on a song. It's, as she said, it's the basic idea. Maybe it's not even every part of the song. It could also be like right now she started something new and she recorded the basic idea,
Mhm.
and now she sent it off to us to see what we can do with it. Also, that gives us the space to experiment. And then when we get together, we play something, and she's it's not like she knows what she wanted it to sound like, and she will tell us, okay, that's I don't like this idea too much because it sounds a little bit too much like I don't know Prince or whatever. Make it sound
That would be
more
cool.
like Slipknot or whatever. So that's actually really cool, and gives us, as I said, it also like the possibility to have our own ideas and to um, put our own spirit in a song, basically. So that's really cool. Sometimes it's really challenging. Sometimes it would be easier if she probably would write down the drum groove and then you would have to play it exactly like she wrote it down. But I actually like this way better than if someone would come and give you full stuffs and tell you, hey, you missed the crash symbol on the beat of whatever.
Yeah. Oh, nice, nice. And what about the lyrics? We already talked a little bit about it,
Mhm.
but where do you get the inspiration? How did you get the inspiration for the lyrics? Do you have some particular ritual or something like that, or this
No,
just
it's just life itself. Sometimes it
life?
hits me when something happens, or it's really like big things that happened in my life where it was life
Mhm.
changing, maybe even, and I have to proceed in the songs. So
Process.
process.
Process, yeah.
That's why he's here, because he is better in English than
Sometimes.
Okay.
No.
always. I'm
That's
getting
like me.
I'm getting better. Yeah.
Ah, you're very good. You're very good in my
And
opinion.
Yeah, that's
don't
like
want
us.
I don't want was heißt ah
What are they
was
doing?
Zwind erzählen.
Tell you too much about it?
Ja,
Okay.
verraten.
Oh yeah, tell you because she wants to keep it a secret.
Yeah, somehow.
Okay, don't spoil
I
it. Don't
write the
spoil it.
lyrics, and I like it to write like just the concept of a situation, and everyone can put his own mind in it.
Okay.
Interpretation.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
don't want to be like too specific what's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You have to listen and think about it.
Nice, sir.
Interesting.
Let me check. Oh, there is a question an interesting question from Michael.
Yeah.
Says, what about other songs, languages than English, for example, French, Italian, or Latin?
I was actually thinking about something like that too, but it never.
I think you can hear the pumps, but it sounds like someone is like puking.
You can't hear it. So
Funny noise. But
most important is that it's not disturbing the live chat. So
it just was. I tell them to shut
it
up.
was just disturbing you. So it's funny because I grew up like Swiss and German talking, but when I imagine the song I want to write, I usually hear it in English. So this is I can't really describe why, but it has to be in English then. But I wrote a song once in German.
Mensch.
Mensch, no, it doesn't.
We
You're
are
always saying it wrong.
we are fucking around with the titles of the songs, and then she starts to call them with the wrong names too, because this song is not called Mensch.
No, it
human.
doesn't.
It's what's it called?
Wenn ich träume.
Aha. if
But it's
when
not.
I
We never
Whatever.
released the song, so because it just doesn't fit into the album.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's written in German, and it was an idea I was like very angry about human and everyone around me, and I just wrote it down in like 20 minutes. It was done, and I had the feeling that has to be in German. So it's still in German. I don't like translate it later, so I start
Mhm.
writing in English. So
I'm sorry. Now it sounds like
they're still with the
pumping out the water.
firefighters because of the water
Yeah.
in the basement. Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Yes, Fidel?
yeah, we have another question from Ron. A lot of, sometimes I have a internet problem connection, so.
Okay.
By the way, Serania, will you be doing any more Roxette tribute cover songs?
I'm not planning to release something again, but I don't know if you saw it. I actually have like a tribute band, Roxette
Mhm.
tribute band, but it's more a live act. So we just did one video to to promote the act, and we are planning some concert, but sadly in Switzerland, Ron. So maybe there will be some live recordings of it.
Where is he at? Ron?
He's in America.
Oh, okay. It's a little bit.
I know
far away.
Ron is one of my patrons, so I know him.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I got it.
Okay. Let's talk a little
I saw that
bit
video.
about live performances. Indeed. Do you remember your first live performance with that Venus? And what was your best live performance ever?
What was the first
The
one?
first, I just think about the ball Philippine.
Was
It
the
was
first
not.
one?
It was not really the
Cheers?
first. I think so, but we had some very special first concerts.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
with the actual album we released. So we just tried many things and some songs, and so the first concerts with that Venus were like fun and experimental,
Really experiment.
but very cool. Yeah,
I think
it's small.
the very first show was in a like American food burger place. I think that was the first one, and I can also
At the
remember us bringing, or I had to fit the PA and the drum set in my car, and that was
in
kind
the
of
corner there.
adventurous. And then we had to fit in a corner, and of course we were too loud.
Yeah.
And I must have sounded pretty horrible. I can imagine.
Because the location is just not made for music like that.
Yeah.
So, but it was very fun. It was a fun evening. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like to mention in the very beginning, I didn't expect it to go that far, because it
Mhm.
was, to me it seemed too experimental, and also like not because of her songwriting, but to me it was like really difficult to grasp because of all this odd meter stuff, and I wasn't into that at all. I thought it was fascinating, but I also had difficulty with it. And I can remember me hating it when we did stuff like this when I studied music. It was always, wow, why can't it be in 4/4? I lost the one again. That's just exhausting. Why do
That's
composers?
interesting.
I know now I think the same way, but then I got really into it. And when we decided to do the first album, the recording, I think a lot of things changed, because then we kind of decided, okay, we want to take it one step further. Also, before with the rehearsing, we kind of rehearsed. She had a new idea, and then we stopped for a while, and then we started again. And to me, it was either we stop completely, or we take it one step further.
Then we decided to do first album, and then we decided which songs that fit into the album. So there are like around 10 songs that are not on the album, and they doesn't doesn't fit anywhere, so they're just experimental and yeah,
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
somewhere.
Maybe like a bloopers album or something.
Blueprints.
Well, it could be funny.
other side B.
But
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
B-side.
one of that crazy first songs we did will be on the one of the EPs we release. I don't know if you know it, but we will release 4 EPs
Mhm.
until our new album will be released. The first EP is already out with Flowers in Pain and what was it? Human Nature live at the studio. And the second EP, yeah, it was.
Yeah. I lost
Yeah.
track. Too many releases. Not
And
enough gigs.
So the next EP is about to be released, and on one of the EPs, we will have like a very special song we never released, and it will also not be released official, so it's just on that EPs available. So
Okay.
It's an EP package.
EP package.
Interesting.
We still have, so you can
Yeah.
order it.
Order!
Order.
Now!
Yeah,
Now it's the
absolutely.
time.
Call 1-800 that penis. Venus.
No, it's better.
We have a post like in our Facebook page where all information are written about that.
And so you can buy them on Facebook, and you guys can check all the links from Dead Venus on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and their website. And on their website you can find their store, I think. Right?
Yeah.
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 The EPs
So-
are available through us, like
Yeah.
Okay.
to write us in Facebook or Instagram.
Or in
Or
the
mail. So
Or send it off. Or a
Send-
rocket.
okay.
A pigeon.
Right? A pigeon.
A
Not
pigeon.
enough. Exactly. Thank you. Or a penguin.
Welcome, man.
I think we're done. Next
No.
question.
Penguins can fly, so it won't work. With the
Penguins can fly. Really?
Like
They
10
can.
years later, the
Ah, they
penguin-
can't. Okay.
Now they have to walk
Like
all the
chickens.
way to Switzerland. It'll take a little bit long, but they can swing. Swim. Swim.
Okay.
Swinging penguins. Okay, next question. I'm sorry about
No problem. By the way, you can check that Venus there. And guys, I know you are lazy, so I will put all the links after the live chat in the code.
Cool.
You're great. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. And yeah, next question, Simon.
Well, next question is about your plans for the future. What are the plans for you and that Venus in the future?
World domination.
World domination. We always write that down in interviews. It's world domination with progressive rock. No,
Exactly.
with something's wrong here. No, of course, we want to release our new album, and then we finally can go on tour with it. So we actually can support Orphan Land for their, I think,
30th anniversary. Tour.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and
Oh.
it was postponed like 2 times.
Wow.
But we are hoping for next year, and that we
Mhm.
can release the new album and go with that on that tour. And we're very looking forward to that.
Mhm.
Things probably gets
Great.
better.
Yeah.
Or it stays like
Will do.
Yeah, I think it's already getting better,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, as we all know, it was quite a difficult year.
Mhm.
Hmm. Related to that, there is a question from Mark, who asks, during the pandemic, what aspects of live touring did you miss the most?
Oh,
it was
everything.
actually live touring.
Even
Everything.
setting up and breaking down my drums.
Yeah,
Really.
and being exhausted at home at 3 o'clock in the night
Yeah.
or in the morning. So
Like, Also like being in touch with people, getting to know people, talk to
Yeah.
guys
Also,
after the
not
concert.
just playing live as a band, also like being on a concert and meet some people there you don't see on other places, or you're not.
Yeah, of course.
But some people you always meet like on concerts, and hey, how are you? And let's drink a beer together. And so there are many like contacts there that basically not.
Yeah, not happen. Also like the, and also to me, I'm not the guy who, uh, well, I'm getting too old to go to clubs and dancing. I used to do that, but when I wanted to go out, I didn't do that besides playing concerts. So, but I played the concert, and afterwards I stay there, you hang out, you drink something, you have talk,
It's like
nice, getting to know people. I wouldn't do that without. Okay, it wouldn't have been possible because everything was closed. But I'm not like going out with my friends like every weekend to the same bar and party there. So this was also like my free time, kind of after the concert.
Hmm.
I'm very much so, and yeah, hopefully it will be back like in a kind of similar way as we used to know it, right?
Yeah, let's hope for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But it also like another like for bad situations, there are also like good things coming out of this situation. For example, this interview thing right here wouldn't probably be here without the whole
Yeah,
pandemic.
of course.
Yeah, of
And
course.
also like that you
And
realize what you missed. It's also like the thanks for the question, by the way. So it made me realize, oh, it's about that and that. It's of course it's about music. It's also about the magic when you are on stage, and then you can feel something's happening. It's not about doesn't have to be like hundreds or even thousands of people like cheering, but this like the communication that starts to happen. Of course, you can or you play yourself too. Actually, Fede, do you play too?
yeah,
what? Sorry.
they're in a band.
Oh, they're in a
Or
band together. I didn't get
they
that.
are a band.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
we are in the same band.
Oh, all
Unf-
right, all right.
So
Unfortunately.
But so you know that too when that happens. That's something you're doing something and you let something bad and you can't even
Yeah.
feel it.
it's just like the magic that happens
Yeah,
between the musicians and the people they're watching,
yeah,
listening to it.
exactly.
So this is something that live streams can't bring
Hmm.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to keep the good from this. And
But
let me check. Oh, there is a comment from Ron. He says, "Oh, I bought the P package."
I know.
She knows. She knows, Ron. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think we can go on with our questions, Simon.
Okay, guys, do you have any other projects besides that Venus? Can you talk about them if you
oh,
have them?
I should start my social media projects. No,
He's a little
actually,
bit lazy with social media.
yeah.
Me
No,
too.
that's kind of a joke, but I do have project. Yeah, we got the Rockset tribute band. I'm the
Hmm.
drummer of
Hmm.
that too. That's
Okay,
what Rockset, and I have some freelance jobs. Once in a while, I play for a theater in Zurich.
Oh.
It's not a lot of work, but sometimes it's a really cool job. Nice people.
Hmm.
And what else? Oh, as I mentioned it before, I play with my cover band, 70 Cover, which is like a cover band playing mostly music from the 70s,
okay.
Hmm.
which is like straight ahead rock. And sometimes I wonder because sometimes it feels weird. Then you practice the songs and you go 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 and then the next thing you practice is like highway to hell. It feels a little bit weird, but it's actually good. How do you say? Ausgleich, like different.
Compensate. It's like a
Pardon?
compensation. It's like a
Yeah,
compensation.
exactly. Compensates like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it's still fun. Good people there. It's also like it's also different, of course, when you play covers in compared to originals. So it's actually, I still enjoying.
Good. I also have a similar situation because besides Ravenscry, our main project, I also have a tribute band to Rammstein, which
Oh
is
really?
Oh,
This is
very,
very great. Yeah,
very,
Very
very
straight.
straight and very, very fun to play.
yeah, cool.
that's
Okay.
cool. I like Rammstein.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, one of the greatest live shows I've ever seen.
I
Like
never saw them live.
mind blowing, really,
Oh,
really impressive. But also not only impressive, but you can also feel the like the humanity behind it, like what's the name of the singer?
Till.
Phil Lindemann. He was
Lindemann.
like really coming across for me. He was like really sympathetic. I think that's called like really cool. Of course, they got their role to play, but I will never forget his eyes, and like
Hmm.
that he was kind of laughing with his eyes, and there was something else coming across. Not only like the perfect show with all the fire and thing, but apart from that, like really cool, really entertaining. A lot of things.
Oh, oh, let me check. Okay, there is a comment from Queen Boudic again and says the lockdowns are insanity. Yeah, they don't care about artists or ruining livelihoods. Yeah,
But live, what live?
I think livelihoods, ruining livelihoods. They don't care about artists.
Also the Lapis Inhalt.
I think
Oh, yeah,
it's a statement. It's not a question or whatever.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're bad. Lockdowns are bad.
We don't want to start like a political conversation.
Yeah, of
Yeah, yeah,
course,
of
of
course.
Like
course.
very like Swiss in person. Very
Yeah, we
neutral.
don't have a lot to complain, especially here in Switzerland. I think in
Good for
Italy it
you.
was way worse. Um, but still, I think that there's just one point. I don't want to start a political discussion either. But I think she got that point right. Everybody's like concerned with health. Of course, just like you got your body, you need to stay
Yeah.
healthy. But on the other hand, you still also like with elderly people, with old people. I just had a chat to my friend I met before this interview, and he has his mother is in a elderly home, and she's like
Hmm.
close to 90, and it's so cool for people like this because she's also like this. She forgets things. I don't know, like the Alzheimer or
Alzheimer's.
the whatever. And then she was trapped basically either in her room or on her floor because the it was too dangerous to go outside or meet other people. But then, if you think of mental sanity, then it's also like she's close to going crazy, like completely crazy. And that's one thing. That's another aspect, and I think it's something that you kind of forget because it's not physical. It's not something you can touch, and I can understand why we had the lockdowns, whatever. But sometimes people forget about the as I said, the mental sanity or something, and that has a huge impact. And also, like if you can't go out and play, and I think we as musicians have kind of a job or a responsibility to the whole thing that people can go somewhere. They can maybe they're in trouble, they have a fight with their boss or whatever, but then if they can go to a concert and enjoy music and maybe they listen to the lyrics or they talk to an artist of the show or whatever. So that can change something. We can
Yeah.
do something good. If you take a lot of things away from people. It's just like, yeah, there's something missing.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah,
underestimated, I think so, and why I understand your comment, Queen. Udika. So, and that it's not political because yeah, there's like
It's like general. It's not
yeah,
even about
it's generally
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
And
She's saying
speaking for myself, it's an opinion. Yeah.
exactly. It could be something else. It could be war. It could be whatever.
yeah. So of course it was and still is difficult and yeah.
Yeah, but also like
But
if you focus on the right things or give your best.
and another
Yeah.
thing which is like very impressive to see for me is that we artists, like artists in general, musicians, or also people who draw or whatever, um, you could see that we are always like creative. We have to be creative, and we always had to fight to not go like down because it was always hard. It was not just hard during the lockdown or because of Corona. It was hard before. So we were used to having a hard time, and we were used to have to be creative. And you saw it like with all the creative people. It was like in a second they changed. Okay, we can't do that. Let's do it different. And that was like very. It was very cool to see that yeah, somehow we are not that lost that it seems. Okay, when it's about money, then it's very hard, but when it's more about that, what Mike just said, I feel very happy that I'm an artist, and so nobody can take that from me. Even if I live on the street, I always have my creativity and my music, and yeah, that gives you very much as a person for yourself.
Yeah, that's a very good message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Great, and that's how you turn a political matter
Wow.
into something very, how can you say that, sage, wise.
Venus and I have spoken.
Wise.
I'm the winner. And
The winner. Now we're back to the child. Okay.
ich bin ein Winner.
She's laughing.
And SERAINA, do you have some other side projects besides the rock set?
I
Tribute.
was not answering to it, right? Yeah, this rock set tribute, which we're really looking forward
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
And I also am starting, or I already started to have like a solo project as SERAINA TELLI. I released a song which is, yeah, it is just like an acoustic. I just play piano, and it's a ballad. It's "Remember You." It's already released on YouTube, so you can listen to it. But actually, the idea is that it will be like a rock band, and so I'm working on that with Rico from Stone Man. I don't know if you know him.
From Stormland?
Stone Man.
No.
Stone Man.
It's a German. They have lyrics in German. They're very successful, and he will be the drummer. And yeah, we'll work some cool stuff, which is not released yet, but yeah.
Oh, great.
And other like projects. I really love to do like collaborations with other bands and stuff like that. It's very interesting. So if you like have, you get like a written song, and you have to do just your part to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Different write a song. So I really love that too.
Yeah. Sometimes we need also to work in that way. It's
Yeah.
always stimulating, in my opinion.
It's also something I heard lately from a manager from America, and he said that it's a little bit special that in rock music there are not that many collaborations like when you look at hip hop or stuff like that. They're always working together or
Yeah,
pop
yeah, yeah.
working together. And in rock and metal, that doesn't happen that often, and I don't know why, because I think that's great also to support other bands, support each other, and yeah, I think this is something I really like to do. Is it like Roxette heavy metal version?
Yeah, I was reading to last comment from Queens. Is it like Roxette heavy metal version or is it a normal pop tribute?
It's a normal tribute.
Yeah.
We also can do like that. Yeah, not always in your face.
Okay. Yeah, there is also we can go on with our last and most interesting question. I don't know. What
Yeah,
do you think, Simon?
yeah. This is a very interesting one.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, we started to talk about interest and hobbies because we started all this thing during the lockdown, and a lot of people had some spare time, at least in the very beginning of the situation, a lot
Yeah.
of spare time to dedicate to something that they forgot and they really wanted to take out of the closet. So this is about interest and hobbies besides music. Do you have some interest and hobbies besides music? Uh,
Yeah,
Something weird, something special that you want to talk about?
so we're doing a lot of music, and I think we both love that. But it's also good to have like something very different to it. And
Mhm.
yeah, so we both ride a bike, so motorbikes.
Mm.
Sometimes also go together for some trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, just motorbike trips, nothing else.
Yeah, I was often
Which
like, yeah, pardon.
Yeah, I'm
I just
listening.
want
I'm
to.
listening.
No,
You
I,
wanted to know
I
what
was
kind of
I was guessing which motorbike brand do you
Ah,
have?
Yeah,
um
yes.
What are you driving?
yeah, what do you think
Yeah.
what I'm driving?
Oh gosh. Let me
that's very
guess.
personal.
So maybe not even the brand, but the type of bike. What would you say?
Um,
I'm not an expert at all. I
I'm
just
not an expert shoe.
Okay, I ride a chopper.
Can
a
you
chopper.
Oh,
Yeah, I could. So
so
it's
Harley Davidson.
it is a Harley Davidson. That's right.
Okay, okay,
And
great.
I started to started riding a motorbike when I was actually 18. In Switzerland, you
Uh-huh.
had to do two tests, like for the small motorbike and then for the big one.
Okay.
I did them
Yeah.
both. Then I stopped riding out of several reasons. And in 2014, for some reason, I did a what's that called, a contest, like not a contest. When you could win something. Like I was flying somewhere and at the airport, there was this thing, the Harley. You could win a Harley Davidson. Was like, yeah, why not? I wrote down my address. Of course, I didn't win, but they sent me a newsletter, and I was like, I
Okay.
actually maybe at the time is here again to ride a motorcycle again after a couple of years of break. And then I went for a test ride, and it was like, okay, I'm lucky to have the money so I can buy it because otherwise I was like, oh, it's so nice, but I can't buy it. So and since then, I have a hobby, obviously, or like there's something to do in my spare time. Before, I was often asked, "What do you do in your spare time?" I was like, "What spare time?" Or actually, I don't know. I don't have anything. I'm a little bit into photography too.
Mhm.
But actually, that's once I started writing again. It was like, as she said, it's like something completely different. I love it.
Yeah, and
Um,
you're on the road, and your smartphone is like it's in your pocket, but
yeah,
you don't care for it. You're just riding,
Mhm.
you
and
kind of you have to focus
you
on the
have to
road,
focus.
otherwise
Yeah,
it
and
ends
I
bad.
don't know. I don't like that vacation stuff where you just be on the beach and like chilling there always. Of course, for like a day or that's cool, but I like if something happens, and yeah,
Mhm.
with the bikes it's very cool. So we discover pretty places, especially in Switzerland. It's uh, we live here, but still we're impressed always by the nature and the mountains, and yeah, it always looks different.
Yeah, like every year, the first time we have these mountain roads, like you know the Gotthard, right? And like the mountains going from the south part of Switzerland to the north part of
Mhm.
Switzerland.
Mhm.
And then you can also, instead of taking the tunnel, you go over the mountain, like mountain roads like this. Yep, where Milan is like in the this like big mountainless area, right? Where everything is flat.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's it called in Italy? Like we call it Po-Ebene because of the river.
Yeah, it's
How do you call it?
the you can translate it in the Po plan, if you can
Yeah,
tell
but
that,
Mhm.
because the Po is the river, but
The river.
the name in Italian is Pianura Padana.
Pianura Padana.
Pianura Padana, yeah,
Right.
it's the
Like yeah,
flat
okay.
parts of the north of Italy, just
I think that's it.
under the mountain.
Exactly,
Okay.
Yeah,
exactly. It is like so flat. When you are from Switzerland, it's like you have to really see it to believe it that it's like flat.
So
Once you
flat.
exit the mountain and you face south, it's like and yeah, it's
But this is
special.
like in the Netherlands. It's just
Netherlands is
and
crazy
you
too
just
because it's no mountains, nothing. It's
yeah.
just like
yeah, I totally know the feeling, because I actually live in a city not so close to Milan. It's about an hour from Milan, but uh, this this city is among the mountains. It's under the mountains. I can actually see the mountains from my hometown,
Yeah.
oh no,
and when I go towards towards Milan and the Pianura Padana, I I hate to see all that flatness. I don't like it. It's strange to me.
where do you live? Or
In
close?
Bergamo,
Oh,
Bergamo.
really? Oh, nice. Okay. I played there like 2 years ago at the big biker fest, like huge biker
Oh,
fest.
really?
Yeah, I think it was Bergamo.
With the color then.
No, with Luke Gosser,
Oh,
which was a project of mine too. By the way, it's like a
Mhm.
Swiss rock guy. You might have heard of him. But he started to do Swiss German music again or lyrics. He
Mhm.
released an album, and
Mhm.
obviously there are some other guys in his band now. So yeah, but we I did with this guy we supported Nazareth for
Not okay.
Europe tours. That was cool too. So yeah,
Yeah, and you may know that Bergamo is near to the mountains,
right.
and so I'm used to see the mountains. I miss them when I can find them
like in
Yeah, I
this
on the
know. I know.
horizon.
I
yeah
Yeah.
know.
close. I just saw the comment of Ron.
Oh, where?
He brought
Let me.
Mike and SERAINA are Hell's Angels. He is Hell and I'm the angel.
Something like this. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fair. That's fair.
And also, Carlos says, this is pretty good conversation. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you, man.
So
I'm
we're
glad.
not boring.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
what I wanted to
So,
say.
do you also like to hike through the mountains, on the mountains, or not that much?
Um,
Not fast enough.
it's not fast enough exactly. I actually I hung out with a friend of mine, and she was into that. And I can remember she took me once hiking, and off like trails. We found our own
Mhm.
trail.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, but exhausting. I had like sore legs for 2 or 3 days, and she was like, she's used to it. She goes, "Oh, this, that." And it was like, it was later. Then I was like going up the mountain, taking a break, and there was like the legs were so on. And then actually, on the way down, we had to kind of climb, and I'm pretty much afraid of heights. And then I was like, where are we going? We have to cross this kind of. And she was like, "That's no problem. I go ahead, and then you can follow me." And I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't high. It was like maybe just 3 or 4 meters, but I
Still.
almost peed my
Wow.
pants. And she was like, "Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You're almost there." I was like, "Yeah, just shut up. I'm getting there. Give me some time." And then we made it. It's kind of, I can understand now. It's kind of fascinating, and I would have to do it more often. And I think I even could get kind of rid of my afraidness, no fear of heights. Um,
Brightness is-
it, but when you got the bike, then it's actually you probably more, you're not that much of a hiker. We probably, but we could combine it
Yeah,
once in a while. I don't know. But right now, I like it, but I don't do it that often. That's kind of
Mhm.
and
And,
Okay. Okay.
all right then.
So
Yes, I think we
it's
reached the final step of this conversation, which is the final speech. Usually, we end our live chats with a moment where you can say whatever you want to us and to our friends. But before that, I really want to thank you guys
Mhm.
for accepting our invitation and for
Mhm.
spending some time with us.
It was
Sorry,
Yeah.
fun.
we had a fun time with you guys.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. We too. And before that, Fede, let's remind our
Yeah.
friends all the links to
Of course.
reach that Venus, so we'll be updated about everything that they are up to. And here they are.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Fede.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're
before
welcome,
we
man.
forget, we are
Yeah.
also in Italy twice when we are touring.
Mhm.
Next spring, it will be. I hope I'm saying it right in Rome,
Yeah.
Roma,
Roma,
uh,
Oh.
yeah.
and Sandona. It's like Sandona. It's on
San
our
Donato? No.
San Donato, maybe.
Sandona. Just Sandona.
What
Maybe.
what's the name of of the venue?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's wait for it.
Say something.
That's
So,
important because we can get the chance to meet each other.
yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
that would be awesome. And Fede just sent me a link of your band video clip or
Oh.
something, so we can also like make a post.
So
Yeah. I will do. Thank
check
you.
it
I
out.
will do. I will do.
it's
Oh,
some
let me.
on there.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, let me. Where is?
Madrid.
San
Dona.
Donato.
Sandona.
Sandona.
Revolver Club.
Exactly.
Sandona Revolver Club. Where
Oh,
is
but you
Sandona?
will also play in Milan at the Legend Club.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. That's 3 shows in Italy.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Milano would be cool for you.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
we
Of
know,
course.
Milano
we
is
know
at
that.
the 24th of March next year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Good.
Cool.
It's a
Really
good club, by the way.
The
Legend
good
Club.
thing about that we had to postpone the tour 2 times is that every time some new venues came to the tour.
So some
Oh,
addition.
great.
Actually, now we're
In the meantime, it's like
yes, it's
Really?
good. It's
How
good.
many?
Oh, I haven't
about
counted.
30.
Yeah, around 30 concerts.
Wow.
That's great.
Good.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's like Germany.
After that, we look like.
Yeah, we can. Then you get home and you need probably 1 or 2 days, and then you think, hey, let's go again. I know that
Yeah.
because it happened to me before. Then you think you're totally exhausted, and then after 2 days, you think, yeah, it's boring. Let's
Yeah.
go again.
And you think your flat is very big.
Yeah, right. And it doesn't move because the coaches they always. It happened to me. We were on the road with also with Luke, and then you're in the bus, and then you always have to hold on to something. You say, okay, today because everything is moving, and then you get home, and it happened to me. I was in the kitchen, getting a glass of water, tap water, and then I held on to something in the kitchen, and then I realized you don't have to do that anymore. You're not in the bus, and the morning is not moving. You're safe.
And you have time to shower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that was the thing. I was like, oh, showering, and I don't have to
Yeah.
hurry, and the water is still warm, and
Yeah.
And a lot of things that we cannot say about the tour bus. And
But we can't
Yeah.
wait. We can't wait to go again.
yeah, but we know the feeling.
Yeah,
All right. Cool.
it's cool.
All right then. These were my last words for tonight.
The final speech. Brothers and sisters, join us on our YouTube page, channel.
Channel and like us everywhere. Be happy and flower power.
And
everything.
Stay colorful.
Stay colorful. Exactly.
Stay
Be a
colorful.
unicorn
That's great. Stay
Everything.
colorful.
at least once.
Stay colorful is my my signature. I invented it now for the end of all my videos.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
That. Notice that. I have to watch her
That's great,
videos.
by the way.
Stay colorful.
Stay colorful.
It's good. It's like be happy in another way. It's good. It's great.
Yeah, why not? And you can also interpret what it means to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a little bit of color makes everything better. So.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so again,
Yeah.
thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks, Ted Venus,
Thank you, guys.
for joining us and to help us reaching all our friends. And as you all may know, we have a special playlist for our guests. So we will put in our Spotify playlist a song also from Venus. And
Yeah.
we will choose
Flowers and
together.
rain. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Let's go for it. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
A choice for them. Sorry, because I like that song. So, by the way.
Cool.
Nice to hear. Thanks.
Remember, everybody, that you can join us on our Telegram official Telegram channel, so you can talk a little bit with us in your spare time. Also,
Yeah, and making fun of me.
that's the best part. Also, don't forget to send a reminder on our Facebook page and YouTube channel so you won't miss our next live chats. Remember that you can watch and rewatch all the live chats anyway on YouTube because everything is recorded. I think that's it.
Not yet. We
Oh,
have a few copies again.
Okay, of course.
Only 5 copies of our One Way Out 10 anniversary limited edition vinyl, guys. So it's a strictly limited edition. So grab yours right now.
I have still
Only 5.
because I am the main man of the band, unfortunately for me. And yes, it's fine.
Yeah, there are
Uh,
ants. Thank you.
We have hands.
Yeah, we have
hands.
hands. I got it.
Yeah, I have 2 ants. Thank you, Simon.
yeah, or if you say 3 copies, can you do the coordination stuff? That's
Oh, yeah.
impossible. Okay,
You
let's
know,
forget
I'm a
about
guitarist.
that's the best way.
Okay, whatever.
Ant does weird things.
So,
I think it's so.
again,
That-
Yeah.
thank you for being with us,
Yeah, it
SERAINA
was a
and Mike.
pleasure. It was really fun. Yeah.
So cool.
I want to
What?
pretend it's frozen, but I can't. I have.
You have to play along.
Sorry, I can't. I was like.
All right. Okay. Good. Let's wrap it up.
We really hope to meet you in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Hopefully.
Let's
Really
keep in touch. Let's keep in touch
Definitely.
for the Italian shows.
Yeah, of course.
Good point. Really. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So, thanks everybody. Have a good day, a good afternoon, a good night, wherever you are in the world. Stay metal.
stay colorful.
Stay colorful.
Stay colorful.
Yeah.
Be a unicorn. Bye-bye.
Bye.